I really think it starts with you just seeing how worthy you are and how important you are and how special you are and how much potential you have. Hey, it's Reese here from Supply, and today I am coming to you in my velvet pink jumper to announce to you that I am doing a new series that I'm so excited about. So a few years ago, I started studying NLP, which is Neuro-Linguistic Programming. And, it's been an incredible road for me. And the things that I've learned, these deep mindset tools, not just surface level, like go for it, believe in yourself, but deep tools that work with your subconscious mind have completely changed my life. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. But right now, I am announcing a brand new series called Neuro-Linguistic Programming Techniques and Coaching Techniques. And so for the next 21 days, I'm going to be releasing a video for you every day with a new coaching technique. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I grew up in a single parent household, and I always felt very different than everyone around me. Like, I grew up in a single parent household. A lot of my friends had the quote unquote like perfect families, and I just always felt different. And looking back on my life now, I feel like if someone had explained to me, like, you're not bad because you're different, or like, you're worthy even though you're different, and you don't have to fit in or look like, the cookie cutter like family that's on TV, or the cookie cutter family that you see in the magazines or whatever. I think that a lot of things for me would have been a lot easier, and I wouldn't have been confused in so many areas. And so these tools that I'm going to be sharing over the next 21 days, I feel like every single person needs to know them. And then later on in my life, my mom was in a really toxic relationship. And so witnessing that and going through that, and then, going through my mom having cancer, and, all the stress and confusion and emotions and all the things that come with that, we're not really prepped for those kinds of things. Like, no one really talks to you about how to deal with that kind of stuff while you're in school, right? And so I think a lot of people deal with a lot of pain and confusion and hurt and feeling ostracized and confused and not cared about because of what they're going through in life. And the list goes on of things that I've dealt with, from, anxiety. I've dealt with different bouts of depression. I was never like clinically diagnosed with depression, but I've definitely had some low periods in my life. And what I want to share, my personal experience, has been that some of the mindset tools that I'm going to share with you over the next 21 days have really helped me just shift and reform my life. And also just knowing the things that I'm going to share with you, I think really empower people to recognize that, like, you can have whatever it is that you want in your life, no matter where you've come from. That's really like the basis of my business too. Like, just showing you that no matter what you've gone through, no matter what you've had to overcome, like, you can create the life that you want. That's like my passion in this world. And I just see too many people like saying no to themselves and limiting themselves and holding themselves back, who have so much potential. And so I hope that some of the tools that I'm going to share with you over the next 21 days help you. One of the things that I really want to demystify too is this tool, because sometimes when I tell people about what I've studied and then what I teach, they say, like, isn't that like a bad thing? But it really is a mindset tool. It's the programming language of our mind, right? Our mind thinks in pictures, right? Our mind doesn't think in words, it thinks in pictures. And how I like to phrase it is that we store all of our memories and everything that has to do with our life in almost like this holographic filing cabinet. And by working with the different pictures of how we store our meanings that we have towards things and our memories and all those different things, by working with them, we can really shift and, empower ourselves and recognize that we weren't as limited as we always thought we were. I was at a Bob Proctor conference a couple of weeks ago, and one of the things that he said was incredible to me. He said, a fish doesn't realize it's in water until it's out of water. And like, that was something that was huge for me, because after a lot of the things that I went through, I was really shy, really insecure, and I thought that nobody liked me. Like, if I went to a party or a networking event or just even starting a new job, I just had this belief, like it was my world that nobody liked me. Like I'm the unlikable person. It was an identity, right? And I didn't realize that it was just a limiting belief or a thought that I had about myself that was negative, and it wasn't real, I thought it was real. Like, yep, like Reese is that person that nobody likes. I didn't realize that it didn't have to be real for me, and I had that choice. So if this is speaking to you, I hope that it helps you too. And if you're feeling things like I'm not lovable, I can't be successful, I can't have a certain relationship or get a certain kind of job or create a certain kind of business, you can. I'm telling you, you can. And no matter what those thoughts are that are going on in your head or what the people around you might be telling you, you can. And everything can change so much. And I really think it starts with you just seeing how worthy you are and how important you are and how special you are and how much potential you have. And so these are powerful tools, right? Like I was saying, and sometimes people are like, are these bad? But I look at it as like, a knife, right? I can use a knife to cut up my dinner, and someone can use a knife to harm someone. Money can be used to purchase a school in Africa and let lots of kids go to school, and money can be used to buy that said knife, right? So this is a tool. And the thing about NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, is that marketers are using this. Governments are using this. They hire people who are trained in neuro-linguistic programming to create messaging. Presidents hire NLP trained script writers to write their speeches that get them elected. So knowing these tools, knowing how people can use language on you, for you, or use language on you against you to maybe market things to you that you don't want, or whatever it is, I would much rather you be aware of this and you know that it's out there, and then you can decide if you're going to allow your mind to be open to that, or you make those choices for yourself. And the really cool thing about NLP is we work with the unconscious mind or the subconscious mind, which controls 99.996% of our everyday habits, behaviors, the things that we do, right? Where we go in our life, our choices that we make. Most of them are habitual, and most of them come from our unconscious mind. The conscious mind is only 0.004% of our daily habits and behaviors. And so if you're trying to make a change and it feels hard, or you're trying to make a change and you keep falling off the wagon and going back to old habits, it's most likely because you're trying to make the change consciously. And when you learn how to work with your unconscious, those changes can become easily and effortlessly changed because you're working on a much, much deeper level. So this is why I think it's really important that you know this. I've come across so many people who have questions about it that want me to go deeper on it and explain to them more. Like I said before, a fish doesn't know that he's in water until he's out of it. So I hope that these videos are maybe going to give you some self-awareness and help you realize some things that you can work on, or things that you can love more about yourself and appreciate more about yourself. And everyone who takes these tools has different outcomes. Better relationships, more success, more money, more self-confidence, more health, reaching their fitness goals, whatever it is. Everyone has different outcomes because this is the programming language of the mind. And when you know how to use your mind, whatever goal you set, you can essentially focus your mind on it like a target and then just go right in on that target. So the tools that I'm going to teach you are going to help you reprogram your mind, and they're also going to give you a really deep level of self-awareness, seeing where things in your life don't have to be the way that they are, or could be more like how you want them to be. And I really believe, like, if you want to get somewhere, right, you can't get there unless you know where you currently are. If you want to get to California and you're not in California, you need to know where you are on a map in order to get there. And I see that with your own personal development and your own growth too. You got to know where you are right now and what areas you're perfectly happy with and you want to keep them the same and feel grateful for them, and what areas you know that you want to invest in yourself in and move forward in. And I know for me, taking the time to work on myself has changed everything from my relationships to my career to my friendships to just how I feel about myself. So over the course of the next 21 days, we're going to be talking all about reprogramming your mind and the amazing 10 minutes, sometimes less tools that you can use to do that. I'm also going to be talking to you about how NLP can help the people in your life, right? So for example, if you're a mom or a parent, you might not know this, but your kids, their brainwave state that they're in is pretty much a state of hypnosis. And so that everything that's going on around them is going right deep into their subconscious, and it's going to affect exactly how they are as an adult. So you might not know that your kids are like a walking unconscious mind, and it's really hard for them to process negatives. So if you're essentially saying like, don't make a mess, then all they're seeing in the pictures that are created in their minds are a mess because they can't process that negative. And chances are they're going to go ahead and make that mess. So even just working with your kids or people in your life, you could change that sentence for your kids to make sure you keep the countertop clean, and you'll see big changes in how they do things because your kids just want to please you. But it's up to us to give them, really clear cut ideas of how they can do that. And last but not least, you can actually use it to become a more powerful manifester. So I know a lot of the people who are in this community are obsessed with manifestation like I am, and that's something that I go really, really deep on in my own research, and I like to really share with you how you can apply it in your own life to use manifestation. And one of the key things of manifestation that a lot of people forget to talk about is the feeling, right? Because how you feel, that's how universal energy responds to you. Universal energy doesn't know English or French or Chinese, so just using words to say what you want isn't always enough. But when you feel it, you are it, the universe can respond to you and attract back to you exactly what you are responding in, right? And a lot of the time you don't recognize that the feelings that you're feeling are coming from the unconscious. So when you're working on the unconscious, you're clearing out those limiting beliefs, you're clearing out those negative emotions, you can raise your vibration. So you're at a higher frequency, and then you're easily attracting whatever it is that you want without even having to think consciously about it. It's just who you are. You're just one of those people that like good things always happen to. So if you are ready to commit to yourself and learn more about neuro-linguistic programming, learn more coaching techniques, especially if you're a coach and you want to grow your business and you want to have tools and like learnings that make you stand out from the crowd, then hit the subscribe button down below, hit subscribe, and you will get notified when I come out with new videos. And I'm going to be bringing new neuro-linguistic programming and coaching technique videos to you every day for the next 21 days. I am so excited for this series. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And if you can't wait 21 days and you can't wait till tomorrow, then head to the description below because I have a free 5-day course. It's called the Elevate Your Coaching Sessions Challenge. And what it does is it walks you through some of my favorite techniques, and I go really, really deep talking about the power of your subconscious mind, your energy, emotional freedom techniques, hypnosis, neuro-linguistic programming, and the list goes on. So again, I'm Reese from Supply. It's been so fun hanging out with you. Leave me a comment below if you're going to join me for the next 21 days in this NLP techniques and coaching techniques series. And I just want to say I care about you so much. If you have questions or certain things you're trying to create in your life, something that you want to, do, maybe have a certain relationship or grow your business or get more confidence or let go of negative self-talk, whatever that is, let me know in the comments below because I'm going to be creating this content for you based on what you're asking me about, and I want to do everything that I can to help you create your yes in life. So I will see you in the next video, and thank you so much for watching.